Hey, get the money, honey. 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 Hey, hey, yeah, 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 yeah. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Get the money, honey. Round of applause. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I am very excited to be here today, and I am hoping that all is well. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I am very excited to be here today, and I am hoping that all is well. Happy Tuesday, everybody. Okay, so I am recording live on YouTube today, and I was getting some feedback. So hopefully I'm not getting feedback. I have a guest that I'm going to be having coming in just a few minutes. But I wanted to reach out to you guys today. Today is Tuesday. I'm happy it's a rainy day here, but I am in full gear ready. Been running around all day today, and it has literally been a long situation. So before I get started, I'm hoping everyone is doing great. I do have some new funding information here that I'm looking for my notes that I have found out for this week. And I'm not sure if you people have even heard of Clearco. Have you ever heard of Clearco before? If you haven't heard of Clearco, it is a how can I do it? It's a company that they do funding for small businesses. And so, and this is it. They have like they also have a plan that you can get, like a thrift savings plan. They have something like that. And that they have this thing where you can start contributing as a small business to your own particular 401. This is the thing though, they have tax deferred with the IRS. There's something totally different. The IRS is allowing you to do a tax deferment, but let me get back to Clearco funding. Clearco funding is giving you grants for your businesses. So I'm going to put more information down in the bottom of it because I have it and then I don't have it. And I hate not being prepared, but I was rushing today. So that was one of the things I was doing, and my phones are going off. So let me turn these off, turn them off because, yeah. So anyway, I'm going to put the information down for Clearco for you to do that. Also, I have another money tip, and I mentioned the IRS briefly, right quick. That the IRS, like, you still have time to create an IRS retirement account. And I know as entrepreneurs, we don't think about that, but those of us that are, well, even me, I should say that I am in the process of retiring. Round of applause. 2 years. I have a 2-year mark. And so one of the things that I do want to suggest that if you are an entrepreneur, that what you should do is start preparing yourself for retirement, because it's different when you work for yourself versus when you have a job, and that you can put your money into a retirement and your company may or may not match you. So the IRS, you still have time because it's still the beginning of October, okay? So you still have time to contribute to your retirement account. It's called a tax deferred retirement account. So ask your financial planner, ask your person who does your finances, and you can and ask them about the tax deferred retirement account. And you can max it out. And I'm gonna tell you that just for the year of 2021, if you put in a contribution for your 401k, okay, for your 401k, you can contribute up to $19,500 at one time. if you're under the age of 50, okay? If you're over the age of 50, you can contribute $26,000 at one time, like for this whole entire year for your tax deferred retirement account, okay? Also, the SBA, the Small Business Administration, is waiving fees on some of their government guaranteed loans all the way up until September 2022. So I'm going to suggest that you go and find out how you can get those fees waived all the way up to September 2022. Now, this is another thing. I'm going to look up Clearco funding while I have you here because I still have a few minutes. My guest is here, but she's a little early. And I'm going to get into Clearco right now. Clearco funding. Here we go. Okay, so what you can do with Clearco funding, you can apply for them right now. Okay, so they have money available. They say give funding, and it's funding specifically for e-commerce companies. So let's say if you are selling online, Clearco funding gives you money for your e-commerce store, and they help brands to grow. Okay, now this is a London-based corporation. It's London-based, but they also fund other countries, and so also here in the U.S. So they have already funded 5,500 businesses. They have funded 7 countries. Okay, so this is how does it work. So you want to connect your apps, they'll give you an offer within 24 hours. So you get an offer within 24 hours, and then you'll have the terms that you can pay. You pick the terms on what you're gonna pay per month, okay? And then that's it. So go on Clearco. I'm gonna put the link in the bottom when this one is over. And I'm going to tell you who my guest is. I'm gonna do a brief introduction. I saw her work. It is phenomenal. And a lot of you who don't know that I do have a wedding and event planning company. I have one, I've had it for 28 years. So yes, I've been in business for 28 years. And I saw this young lady's work on TikTok. Her name is Monica Sims. Her business is Vivid Decor. I saw her bouquets. I have a couple of clients that I'll be doing their weddings next year, and one client in particular wanted the type of bouquet that she is selling. And I saw her work, and I've been watching and paying attention, you know how I do. So I've been watching, pay attention. So I'm gonna bring her on in a few minutes. And hopefully she has a couple of pieces with her so that you can see it. And then we're gonna talk to her. We're gonna talk to her. I have questions. I love her professionalism. One of the things she said, what kind of questions are you gonna be asking me? So that was really, really good. Because normally people who interview, they do send questions that they are gonna be asking so that the person can be prepared. But I'm very excited to have her. So I'm going to be letting her in a few minutes early because she's probably have some other business that she has to take care of, as we all do. And I'm going to let Miss Monica in. So hopefully she's in my waiting room. So I'm going to click her in now. Okay. Oh, Miss Monica. Hello. I think she's trying to get into audio. I can't hear you. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. Is it clicking in? Unmute. Did you unmute yourself? Okay.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you. How are you, beautiful?
How are you?
I'm doing fabulous. Thank you so much. I'm Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. Welcome to the Kingmaker Show. Get the money, honey. And this is why you're here. This is why you're here. This is why you're here.
Thank you.
I am honored to have you to come on. Thank you for accepting my invitation. And I was like, is she going to do it? Because, you got so many people doing so many weird things. You'd be like,
Yes.
And thank you for doing your homework. So I was just actually, I'm not sure if you had even seen on YouTube, but I was talking about a funding source and speaking about retirements for an entrepreneur, that even if you're new, coming into new entrepreneurs, I'm retiring in 2 years. So this is the thing that, yeah, but retirement for me is different than retirement for other people. It's a little bit different, but I'm retiring in 2 years. So, and that's really working so hard and all that other stuff, yada, yada, yada. But I was explaining I want you to introduce yourself and tell people what it is that you do. And then I'm going to ask you some questions because I did tell them that you are Monica, and I told them that you have some beautiful pieces. I was hoping that you brought one or two so you could show the audience what it is that you do. But I'm not gonna steal your shine. This is a time for you to shine. And this is also a time for you to ask me any type of questions that you need. I've been in business for 28 years. So this is your hour of power, your hour to talk about your business, your directions you want to go. I have the questions, so I'm definitely going to ask the questions that you are already prepared to answer. And then we'll go from there.
All right. Well, first and foremost, I really appreciate you for allowing me to come on here and just introduce myself because a lot of people do not know me. So, first and foremost, my name is Monica Sims. I'm a decorator. I live in Louisiana because I get that question like, where you from? I'm from down south.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm from Amen, Louisiana, a little small town. So I decorate and I do bouquets on the side. Kind of like I tied it in there somehow. I don't know. It just kind of jumped in there. But I've been decorating for like about 8 or 9 years now. So yeah. But other than that, I'm just open book. You ask me a question, I tell you the answer sometime.
Sometimes. Depending on what the question. Okay.
Me.
So question number one of the things I want to know, okay, so you've been decorating. So you're a wedding planning, event planning decorator?
Yes,
or
ma'am.
a house decorator?
No, weddings, baby showers, parties, all that. Yes, ma'am.
And what is the name of your business again?
It's Vivid Decor.
Vivid Decor. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
So this is a question. What made you go and do bridal bouquets? What was it for the bridal bouquets? What pushed you into that direction? As already being, because I already know, honey, the decorating, the designing aspect, because I'm a designer as well, so I have to have fabricators to create a lot of things that I've done, like the rose chandelier, and all the other stuff. And that takes a lot of work. So when I look at the detail of your bouquets, what was it that kind of, that gave you that pivot where you pivoted and you shifted into doing bridal bouquets?
Oh, thank you. Well, I started my first bouquet was my wedding. So I did my bouquet and I did all my bridesmaids bouquets. So as I'm sitting doing it, I was like, it's kind of challenging me to think outside the box, as far as like putting all the colors together, putting stones on them, making sure they look right, appealing to the eye. So when I decided to do that, I'm like, okay, I really like this. I really like where I'm going with this. So after that, I did my sisters. And then at that point, it started getting like more exciting because I'm starting to add like the bigger brooches and the more sparkles and things like that. So after I did hers, then I kind of decided that, you know what? I'm gonna just make this as a hobby and see where it goes from there. And that's how it came about. That's basically the story. And here I am today, 230 something bouquets later,
Wow.
basically.
Wow.
So it was nothing that I just actually just sat down and just planned out. It was just something that just sprung on me, and then it just blossomed into what it is now.
And so how long have you, so you said you've been a decorator for 8 years, so you've been in business for 8 years?
Yes, ma'am.
8 years, okay. There's something, excuse me, I got the hiccups. I don't know what it
That's
is.
okay.
There's something that I saw on TikTok. No, it was on Facebook. I saw that you have a champagne, the champagne holders, the champagne display.
The wall? Yes, ma'am.
I saw that and I was like, okay, because are you customizing those? Like you're making those?
Yes, ma'am.
Listen, I
And
looked
see, a
at
lot
that
of people ask
artwork.
me that,
That
like, that's why I say I kind of dibble and dabble. I go from decorating to bouquets, and I just basically bring it all together. So when I decorate, I basically make my own props and things like that, like the marquee letters and all that, like made from scratch. The champagne wall, it was a big hit because when I put it on Facebook, everyone was like, "Oh wow, I never seen a champagne wall like that done before with the lights and stuff like this." So yeah, I make all my props and yeah, look at
well,
me.
we're ordering a couple, ma'am. So
Oh,
I
all
will be
right.
taking care of that very shortly for our collection because you're just gonna have to ship it. We're gonna have to have it shipped to my Buckhead office.
Uh-huh.
So that I don't know how do you have it whole? Can you break it up? I don't. We could talk about that later because it's beautiful. I saw
Thank
your
you.
work. It is really
Thank you.
good. I rather have that than ordering it from because I see the plastic plexiglass type of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm wondering, for those of us that are out of state, that are decorators and or designers in the event planning industry, if you would have it so that maybe we can put like, maybe piece it together easily, like a few screws, whatever, because it has to be shipped to us and that what would be the price point or something like that. And I'm just giving you a hint, because I'm always throwing out business nuggets, gold nuggets. I'm the jewel dropper here. That's what they've been calling me lately. They've been like, girl, you just be dropping jewels. And I'm like, yeah, get the money, honey. That's all it is. Just get the money,
Right.
honey.
You're right.
So yeah, for your champagne display is very beautiful. I love the
Thank you.
artwork. Like whatever. The reason why I have you on here is because you do really great work as
Thank
well.
you.
So what is your why? What was your reason for getting into business? Because sometimes people say, well, I'm in business because, I want to make money. And if you are a full-time entrepreneur,
You're
you
not
know,
gonna
don't
make money every day.
you don't make money every day. So
No, ma'am.
what is your why for getting into business?
Hmm. The why for me was just I got fed up. Meaning, I used to work in healthcare for a long time, mental health. And I remember one day it was so frustrating because I do have kids, so I had to get my oldest to school. So it was a big blow up because he wasn't getting there on time, and I had to go to work. So I remember vaguely my sister called me. She was like, "Well, they said this and this and this about your son." I said, "Okay." So when I got to work, the manager came to me and she was like, "Well, you would no longer be able to, come in late because you have to be here on time because everybody needs to go home on on the shift, whatever." So I'm like, well, it was already stated that I had, you know, put it down, wrote that I can come here, after I drop my son off from school. So it was a whole big blow up. So she basically told me I couldn't take my son to school. I had to come in on time. So at that point, I was like, you know what? No, I can't do this. Like I have responsibilities outside this. So I'm gonna go ahead and cater to my needs and my kids' needs and build a platform for us and for me to be able to show them, hey, you don't have to work for nobody. Just work for yourself and make it as best as you can and try to be as the better person, so I think that was the breaking point for me to be like, you know what, it's time for me to go out and branch on my own and then feel my craft and just make my craft come to life and then just work for myself. So ever since then, I just been doing that, been grinding, and that's it.
Okay.
That's basically it.
Okay. So, the next question I was going to ask you is, have you always wanted to have your own business? Because, sometimes, I worked in corporate America as well. I worked in corporate America. I worked in government. I worked in aviation. I think by the time I was 35, I had 35 different positions by the time I was the age of 35. I'll be 54 in a couple of months. And so when I think I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit, like, having my business, I had my first business at the age of 9, even though it was illegal. I keep telling people I'm gonna write a book about that. I had another business at the age of 13, and I should not have had that business either. I was doing something naughty. And so I've always had an entrepreneurial spirit. I've always wanted to be in control on how much money I made. I did not want, someone telling me how much money I made. And all those positions, the reason why I have so many positions, because I will go after positions that have more money. You see what I'm saying? Any position that came out, I would go for it because it had more money, but it didn't give me the flexibility that I wanted. So, as far as being a mother, because my son was a little person, now he's 35, so he was a little person when I started my company. So, had you always wanted to be in business? Was that something that was in the back of your mind and you just got pushed out there?
I'm gonna be real with you, okay? So I'm being real. I always knew I had a gift for just crafting. I always knew that, and I knew it was something greater for me to do, but I never really acted on it. But it was never in the back of my mind, oh, you can own this, you own your company, your own boss, and this and this. So, like the family that I come from, they always like, you know what, go to work 9 to 5. Hey, this is the life. So it was never, oh, well, I have to own this, I have to own that. I want to be an entrepreneur. This. It wasn't to that point, like I just discussed the last question, that I decided to, leave all the 9 to 5 and just branch off and become my own boss. So that, I really didn't never have.
You didn't think about it like that. Okay, so where do you see yourself in the next 3 to 5 years? Where do you see yourself individually, as as a woman first, and then also as a woman who is an entrepreneur, who is successful and becoming more successful? Where do you see yourself within the next 3 to 5 years?
If the Lord say the same, I'm gonna say I'm gonna manifest and pray that I would be reaching people that have not seen me at all, building a platform that will not, I'm quite sure it will fall, but building a platform to where I won't have to work anymore. Like I want to have an event hall to where people can come in and just rent from me and then have their weddings in there, and then have my bouquet featured. And I say this in a lot of videos, to have my bouquet featured in somebody's magazine. Somebody's walking, a celebrity walking with the bouquet that I made, for them. And just to be humble, gain more knowledge of the business, and just be a successful businesswoman.
Okay. All right. So as getting to business, what are your challenges of gaining any new customers? I don't think you having any challenges gaining new customers yet. Are you having any
Why you say
challenges?
that?
I don't know.
Why you say that?
I guess because I'm the hype man. I hype my clients. I'm the hype person. I'm gonna put, look, when you put, I'm be like, go to her business, do this, whatever. I'm gonna share on my page, because I think I shared some of your bouquets on, I think you had a post and I shared it on my wedding planning and my outside suggested design page. I shared it on there. I'm a hype man. So I just want to know, like, are you having, because this, like I said, this your hour. And if you not having no problems getting any more clients, then I don't have to tell you some other stuff that you can do to get more clients. So what, I mean, are you having any, do you have any challenges? What are some of the challenges of gaining new customers for your business?
I'm shy. I don't promote as much as I should. And my husband get on me a lot about that. Like, I'm like, well, if they just run across my page, they just run across my page. That's just me. I'm not that person to go out and like, yeah, wear it on my back. Hey, this is me, this is me. I think that hurts me a lot because I don't. Yeah. But another challenge is I don't because I don't have that many challenges because when and I'm just rambling because I'm kind of nervous.
Don't be, oh girl, we friends, honey. Don't.
Monica, you're not gonna get on here and start
listen,
rambling.
Look, if you could take an interview with me, you could take an interview with Oprah, you could take an interview with Good Morning America, you could take an interview with The View. Come on, Lonnie, get her on here, okay? Let's talk about her new stuff. Come on, Lonnie. Okay, so Lonnie Love, I'm getting a shout out. So so if you could interview with me and talk with me, and hopefully I'm not making you nervous, because listen, I have so many faults. I mean, the beginning of my video, I am not tech savvy. I do get it where people be thinking I am not shy, and I am. People be like, how are you shy? Like, you're a speaker and you do, but I literally have social anxiety. Like, I literally, if you put me in a room and I know no one at all, if there's not something for me to do, like to occupy my time, my hands, or something direct, just to go to a networking event, I am like a flower on a wall. Like, literally, I would sit in the chair and I would just watch people, and people, that's like you cannot be shut, because they think the persona that they have when they're with me is different when you're with me. And we're one-on-one versus when you put me, in a room full of people and I don't know anyone. So I get that with the social media thing, being on social media, posting all the time. That thing was, it still bothers me today. And I have a coach too. My coaches are multi-millionaire men. Okay. So they be on me. I have a financial mentor who's on me about my finances. And then I have a business mentor who's on me about my business. And I just got my butt chewed out like last week. He was like, look, you trying to retire. Like, so you don't want to do this every day? What are you trying to do? You need to be on TikTok. Like, you need to do 6 videos in one day. And I did good for the first 3 days. And then I was like, and I have stuff to talk about because I'm a business owner. I have stuff to talk about, but also time, because I have more than one company. I'm a serial entrepreneur. I'm in the midst of writing. And so that shy point of it, of showing it, and then you be like, okay, how much more can I show? So a couple of things that I had to do, I had to really think about, what could I give my audience that I know that for sure, and that's starting businesses. I done built companies. I done help other people build multi-million-dollar companies. I'm good, and I love working with startups and entrepreneurs who've been in business in their first 3 years. So what am I going to do? I'm going to teach you how to structure your business correctly. So I can go on Instagram or TikTok every day and do 6 segment videos. I can do it in regard to the content that I have. Another thing that he told me, and I'm telling you this, I'm not saying that you need to do that. He told me I had to do mine every day because I'm more experienced. I have something to give. Like, I can be before the camera and give what I got to give, and then I'm out. I'm done. And those 1 minute videos do take a lot of time, because when you're teaching, before you post, you be like, I just stuttered over that whole thing, and I just overkilled or something, or, and then you have to redo it. So I have to literally set time aside to do that. Now, being shy, I get it. Like you said, the work does speak for itself. You have beautiful work. Did you bring something with you? You don't have anything? Do you have a
look? And I was thinking about that, but then I was like, oh man, let me hear if get on here.
Your camera just went off, so I think your phone just tied. Yeah, there it goes. Yeah, so if that was a good time, you could go run and go get, because I want
sneak
them
up in there and get them.
Yeah, girl, go get one. Go get one or two. Let them see what I'm talking about, because they're so beautiful. So one of the things that I would say to do, I don't think you have to necessarily do any type of skits or anything, because I'm not a skit person. It ain't gonna happen. I'm not gonna be out there doing dances and all that stuff. I just don't have that type of. Now, I do it at home in the privacy of my own home. I act silly, but when it comes to the world, I think everyone has like a persona, whatever. And I want to be known as, I have an identity brand. You want to be known as what your brand is. You are a decorator. So maybe you might want to maybe do a finishing touch on one, not show them exactly how to do it. Maybe like come on like a different stage. Okay, I just wanted to show y'all, this is where I'm at right now. So I took this and then I'm gonna put that on. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Maybe something like that, not showing the whole, you know what I'm saying? Then you don't need to show the whole caboodle of how you put it together, but even talk about it. Talk about buying your stuff wholesale, or you don't buy wholesale, or you create your own brooches or your own, whatever the drip. You have so many different options on how to do it. Now, one of the things I am consistent with is coming on for my Get the Money Honey webinars. I'm consistent with that. Once a week, every Tuesday, I can do that. Like, because I have a mental time frame of this is what I need to do. I'm also helping someone. I'm also giving out free consulting. Everything is free. Like, I don't care. How hard is it for me to teach people how to build a solid foundation? And this is the thing, you could as for a designer for your business, you can even match it with some tablecloths or something. You'd be like, oh, I created this bouquet, put some napkins down. It doesn't have to necessarily be about the bouquet, but the bouquet could be a centerpiece for whatever, like maybe do a table dressing or something like that, because you are creative. You know what I'm saying? Maybe add an extra touch to the champagne wall that you created. You know what I'm saying? Like, did you ever think about doing this? Like, you could even put this right here, whatever. You can, and just, a lot of creators, a lot of people, like I seen this girl who was doing like the liquid paint. I think it was like with this acrylic paint. And this is like when I first got on TikTok, and they had like the blow dryer, like a blow dryer, and how the paint was moving. I was like, what? I was like, who would have even thought of something like that? And but see, even though people will watch you do your thing, but a lot of people don't have the wherewithal to do the finished product. I have the wherewithal in the lane that I am in. Even though I am a designer, I design prophetically. Like, what I mean is, I look at the bride and the groom. They say they want something special, something different that they have never seen before. And because of the fact that I take pictures everywhere that I go, I get ideas from colors and different, the same thing as you, like you said, that you're gifted in putting colors and transitions together, that when they say, I'll be like, I have something specifically for that. I know how to design that. And I get copied a lot on my work. Like, I have been copied so much. And I'm like, people don't put my work and then a copy off of me on their page before I even put my and I'm like,
that's another show.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. It's almost like, create a lookbook. That's another thing. You could create a lookbook. I want to talk about too, is there any other advice that I could give you? Because I want to talk about you opening up your venue. I don't think you need to wait 3 years for that. I don't think you need to wait 3 years. I think you're ready. I think it has to do with how do you get the resources to open up your venue, right? Listen, I know. To open up the venue that you really, really want. And if I could give you the resource where you can go to get the money to open up that venue, I would say that your venue can be opened up by summer of next year.
Oh, wow. Yeah, I'm ready. I'm ready.
I said it.
I'm ready.
I said, I think you're ready because with you being in the industry, as long as you have, and you have been a pillar in the area where you have me, I've been traveling all around the world for 20 something years, doing events from Brazil, Paris, London, all over the world, Dubai. You see what I'm saying? So all over the world. So I have never been in a set location where I literally had a venue that I went to, because that venue has to be manned on a regular basis. I have acquired materials. I have left treasures of beautiful, things that clients have bought for, wherever I'm at, because you got to set up a whole new set. You got to buy all this. You can't take everything. You can't take stuff with you. You know what I'm saying? When you travel and when you're planning like that, you can't take it with you. The shipping, the crates for to be on the airplane costs money. So if you're ready for a then the first thing that I would say, if you don't have a business plan, you definitely want to have a business plan. What I'm going to do for you, for you coming on here, and I normally give a whole bunch of stuff away. So if you need a business plan template that's going to be SBA approved, so you get a 7A loan or some other micro loan, baby, I got that for you. I will send it to you in an email, and you can fill in all the information that you need. If you need for me to do your business plan, that's a whole total, that's gonna cost. But for me to send you the template, that's not gonna cost nothing, okay? So I'm not trying to pitch you. What else do you need? So you need the business plan. You need to know how to go get the funding. You need to know how to set, you need the operations, because are you LLC or anything?
No, I just have my ELN right now.
Okay, so you need to. All right, I gotta have. Okay, so you just have your EIN. You doing a DBA?
Yeah.
We need to get you all set up. Okay, so we need to get you all set up, because when you go, I'm gonna tell people about. I tell people about this. Structure is everything when you need money. You need to make a decision on which structure your business is going to go under. I'm going to say this because I know the tax liability, because I have a tax company as well. I know the tax liability on being the LLC versus being an S corp, and where you get taxed at in your levels. I can tell you that at an LLC, you're going to get taxed higher than a corporation. You're going to, there are certain different things that you can have, because you're going to have a venue, you're going to be insured. So I can give you all the insurance. All these videos that I have on my YouTube channel, these are all tools that you can go and look at them. Even if you don't listen to the entire video on there, what you can do is go into the information, and I have links of where the money is, Every week I'm giving away something about money, where you can find money. You're gonna have to get your business structure together, register with the state of Louisiana. Before you even do that, make sure you know what structure you want to be into. You're gonna have to have your business plan. You need to have that to get funding. I'm telling you, if you get your structure together, your business can be up. You find the building. your business can be up and ready to go for the next wedding season, because then that's something that you could promote, like coming soon, my building, and
Right.
you're really crafty, really crafty with your hands. You can make that look any kind of way you want it to look.
Oh, yes.
You see what I'm
In your
saying?
mind.
You see,
Now you have your
right.
visual in your mind.
Right. So I'm going to, ignite a little bit of fire under you and say, look, let's really do business. As a young Black businesswoman, let's get all your ducks lined up in a row, get you in order with your structure. Okay. I'm going to send you everything you need. Now, listen, this is what my clients, or I just say my proteges or my mentees, because you're not my client yet. Okay. So I'll mentor you. I don't have a problem. You can, even after this, you can be like, hey, Christina, what about such and such and such and such? I'll give you the information. I'm just not going to do the work. If I have to do the work, then that's totally different. Then if I have to do any more consulting after this, then I have consulting fees. You know what I'm saying? But for new entrepreneurs, getting your structure, making sure that you have all the templates, how you're going to fill it in, what you need to have in there, because you need to have when you're doing your business plan and you're looking for funding, it needs to be, what is the problem? And you're the person that has the solution to the problem. So you have to identify what is the problem. Also, look at your competitors. What are your other competitors doing in regard to what I mean by what they're doing, not for you to match it, but for you to be better, for you to stand out. What is going to make you stand out in regard to your business? Having a venue, okay, because we can order anything off of Alibaba, Alibaba Express, right? And some of that stuff be not together, okay? You can order anything, but to have something customized, something luxurious. Do you want to have a boutique venue? Do you want to have a big venue where you got 300 and 400 people that could go to that venue? Do you want to have something a little bit more intimate but high class, high end, luxury? You got chandeliers everywhere. You got bling bling. All you can make it any type of way that you want to make it. But this is a time better than any, because we're in October and you're talking about getting your business plan and everything by the end of January, by the end of December. Your business plan and everything should be together. Like, you're going to set goals. Like, I got to have my business registered. I got to have my business plan and stuff done. Now I'm applying for these particular grants, loans, or even venture capitalists. You don't even have to get it through the SBA, but other places you could set up your bank account with a credit union. I say that for new entrepreneurs, because this is where you get so much help being a small business. And I'm not saying that the bigger banks don't help you. I'm saying that the credit unions are a little bit more apt to help you, because they see you, they'll work with you. You can buy your vehicles. You need a van. If you need a van to carry all of your stuff, if you need for deliveries and all that stuff, if you have a business, if you with a credit union, the credit union will pay for the car, and you pay the credit union back. So there's a lot of different ways to navigate, so that this is not looking to a financial person, a person who's want to give you money, or even to invest in you, because you never know. You may have an investor. So an investor may be listening right now and be like, I want to invest in what it is that she's doing and to help you along. And the first thing they're going to ask is for the business plan. They want to know what your financials going to look like, right? Another thing is taking account for making sure that you have good accounting practices with your business, because even at the end of the year, you want to show that you have a profit for your business, because that also helps you get credit. You need business credit. You see what I'm saying? You need that. I'm telling you that structure, that foundation has to be solid and strong. because
see, that's what I'm trying to get. That's what I'm trying to make that foundation be as firm as possible.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
I totally agree with what you're saying.
Yeah, because you're gonna do big things. Specifically, you're saying, where you want to be 3 to 5 years. Shoot, 3 years, you can have another venue, maybe a bigger venue. I would start off, with a boutique, have, whatever, however you want to do it. It's up to you with how big your vision, because I cannot tell you what God done dropped into your spirit on how big of a vision he had, because he's going to give you a vision on what it's supposed to look like. I can't tell you that. All I can do is mentor you to it, get you to where you want to be, especially when it comes to structure. Okay. And then I'm also giving wealth of information. And there's a whole bunch of us on YouTube that's giving information all the time, and we come to funding, but you can't get the funding without certain resources. And then you register it as a new business. So there's a lot of money for new businesses. There's a lot of money for it. SBA is quicker to give because it's for small businesses anyway. They quick to give you your first dib, the first, they're quick to break you in. Then you can do business credit cards, for your business. So when you buy a product, not with your own personal finances, listen, I know I started off with my business using my own money, and it was like, whoa, you know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money, to do events, and you're trying to do shows, and that's another thing too. You could do small bridal shows. You could host it in your own venue.
And I never thought of that. I never thought of hosting. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah, you could even do bridal shows in the community center if you want to like get your name out there, because there's so many other industry, event and wedding industry professionals that like to go to shows. They like to set up booths, and some of them don't have the money to set up a $2,500 or $3,500 booth.
Yeah.
They don't have that. Some of them don't have that resources. And if they do, some of them are robbing Peter to pay Paul. You know what I'm saying? To be in the high end. But you can community center, rent out the community center for $350.
I love it, $350, but
they don't went up on the community centers. They said
they going up. But
we're not doing community.
That goes back to the first question that you asked me. I don't promote myself enough, so that's the thing right there. Once I get over that, and it needs to be soon. Once I get over that, and just go ahead and just say, hey, this is me. Take me as I am. Then I think I'll flourish beyond, my wildest imagination.
Get your clients, your past clients, get them to promote you. Google, go on to Google, Google will give you a free website, and then you can post pictures on Google as well.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, you could get like a free website with Google, and Google, you could upload pictures and everything on there, you could put tags and everything, bridal bouquets, and that, Google has its own crawling system, bot system, whatever. So when people look for custom bouquets, boom, you right there, because you're already on Google. You have a website with them, and it's free.
I just need to make my life easy.
Yeah, like really. It's free. So that's something that you can do too. So what I'm gonna do is, like, after once I post, this video, once it gets posted and I put all the information on there, I'm gonna send it to you too in an email. So make sure you when you inbox me, give me your email address, because I didn't have it. I'll send it to you, the video, and then all the stuff that I need to send you.
Okay.
Okay, and then you can have that. Do you have any questions for me?
Not at the moment, but I'm quite sure after this I will.
Okay.
Yes,
And all you
ma'am.
have to do is just email me and be like, hey, whatever. I'll also put my number in there where you can call me. Sometimes if people text my number, sometimes I get it, sometimes I don't, it depends. But if I don't answer you right away, I normally will get back to you.
Okay.
But it's just easier, sometimes easier to get a call than a text. I don't know why. I guess because I'm paying attention. It's easier for me to pay attention to a phone message. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or my phone ringing, and then I'd be like, okay, and they leave a voicemail because I'm going to return calls. I also answer emails because I'm in my emails throughout the day. So I have a specific email, which would be info@ChristinaLTurner.com. If you have any questions of all the information that I gave you, that I'm going to be giving you, I'll set it all up. I'll tell you, this is what you need. This is what you need. You need this, now list it. And I'll definitely make sure that you have that business plan template so that you can work on it and you get it done. So, and then I'll check back with you in about 30 days. So next month to see how is it going in regard to your structure and all that stuff. And if, where you at, so that we can get you, literally on the map for your business, so that you're doing business and you have some support, you'll have some support for it. Okay.
I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you're so welcome. I love your
Excellent.
work. I love it.
Thank
So, I'm going to sign off. My name is Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. I truly thank you for tuning in today on Christina L Turner, Kingmaker. Get the money, honey webinar. If you have any questions, and if you know any other entrepreneurs who, consulting, free consulting, 1 hour, no problem whatsoever, please send them my way. They can either go to www.ChristinaLTurner.com or info@ChristinaLTurner.com. And I'll see you guys next Tuesday. God bless.